Hello and welcome to my channel, or if this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I love any makeup, especially shiny, shifty, and sparkly eyeshadows, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about this Multichrome Monday. Happy Multichrome Monday. This is a series I do here on my channel where I talk about multichromes from all kinds of different brands. I do eye swatches, swatch comparisons, and just anything you can think of, and today I'm going to be creating 5 looks with 5 new shades from Touch of Glam Beauty. These are some of their new multichromes, and they have a whole set. I believe these are the pastel multichromes. They have some other pastel multichromes, but these are like new ones, and they have a whole bundle set that was like $170 or something. So I only picked up 5 shades for now to try out, but after trying these out, I think I might end up picking up a couple more in the future. I did purchase mine during the launch, so they were 10% off, and it looks like they're still 10% off, so you still have time. I don't know if they're going to be permanently 10% off, but I do feel like the full price of $18.65 is a bit high for them being iridescent shades. That's pretty high for that kind of multichrome, but these are more like the iridescent type of multichromes, and I will show you some swatch comparisons. So these are pretty sheer, are absolutely stunning. So let me get into some swatches, some swatch comparisons, then we'll get into the tutorial, and then at the end of the video I will give you some of my thoughts on these. Going into Utopia from Terra Moons. This is one of their pastel mattes, I believe, from what I remember. It's also been a while since I used these, so I thought it would be fun to pair these together with the shimmers. And so of course I'm going to use Lucid Lavender first because, let's be honest, that's the one we're all most excited about. So I really want to just put that one on my eyes. So I'm going in with Jellyfish from Menagerie. This is from their Violet Ink palette. I think that's discontinued, but I'm pretty sure the singles are still available. Ooh, that is such a nice purple. I'm gonna go back in with that pink. I feel like it kind of came off. Formulas are definitely different, so this will be interesting to see how they kind of pair together. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit lower, and going in with Inkjet on the outer corner, also from Menagerie. Also been a long time since I used these, so I thought, why not just dip into some of my matte eyeshadows that I have, you know? And I'm just kind of dabbing that on and then blending it out as I'm doing that. I feel like my light is a little too bright. Let me actually turn that down a little bit. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I felt like it was really blown out and you can really see the depth that I'm getting. So I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm on the fence if I want to use a glitter primer because I usually want to try out an eyeshadow without it, but these are really sparkly, and not in like a flaky way or like a chunky way, but they're just really sparkly, so I don't want to risk it. That's also why I didn't do my base yet. So I'm taking the next glitter primer and I'm going to cut the crease with it basically. The only thing I don't like about doing this is I don't remember how high I took it up. Even after all this time of doing my makeup, I just feel like I'm not sure. So I think I kind of can see how high I took it up. Picked up some of Lucid Lavender and I'm just gonna tap it all over, or where I put the glitter primer. Then I'm taking the smaller brush and I'm gonna use that to get the edges nice and sharp. Oh, that is so pretty, so dimensional, and this would be really cool to also layer. As you can see, like I feel like it's turning like a totally different kind of eyeshadow when it's over the deep purple in the corner there. Oh, that is so cool. That's crazy. I feel like I can see so many colors in this eyeshadow. It just blows my mind. The second look, also priming with the ABH primer. Going in with Jupiter and I, which is from the Terra Moons Neons. This is going to be a super bright look. Thought I would throw in another colorful look. This is going to be like a whole nother level. So I'm just putting that in my crease and blending it out. And it's definitely looking a little patchy here and there. So I'm going to go in and pack on a little bit more. And blend it up. Blend it up. I'm going to take Meet Me on Mars from Terra Moons and pack that all over the lid. So this one I'm gonna layer it. I feel like this will be fun to layer over a matte shadow. Gotta kind of feel for what it looks like. Go back in with a little bit more. Blending it into the crease shade that we laid down. Not too bad. A little patchy here and there. I think that's the primer. Taking the NYX glitter primer and I'm just putting it literally all over the lid. So I'm just using my finger because there's no need for a brush. I don't want to be precise. We're just gonna put it all over. I picked up Strawberry Ice on my brush and I'm just gonna pack it all over the lid. This one feels like it's a little harder to pick up for some reason. I feel like it's not coming off my brush as easily. But this shade is actually a dupe to Terra Moon's Red Giant. And then I believe, what is the equivalent from Cleona? I think the equivalent of that from Cleona is Ray, I want to say. I'll put it up on the screen when I'm editing, because I definitely don't want to mislead you. I feel like this shade looks just like less shiny than Lucid Lavender. Like, there's something about just how shiny it is, you know? So I just realized I wasn't filming, but I finished off my lower lash line with Inkjet and then went in with Utopia right next to it under my lower lash line for this eye. And then in this eye, I just took Meet Me on Mars and I put it all the way throughout underneath my lower lash line. So here's the first finished look. Here's a second finished look. This looks gonna be like a very teal look, so I'm going to do a bubble bath from the Blends Bunny palette. You can use my code Millie to save. I think it's Millie or it's Millie10. I can't remember. I know I have some that are just Millie and some are Millie10, so it's gonna be in the description box and I'll put it up on the screen. Just putting that up in my crease, basically. It's gonna be a very monochromatic look, nice and simple. And then going in with 32 right next to it. And blending that out. Then I'm taking Submerge and putting it on the outer corner, deepening it up. And I'm also going to layer this one. I'm really curious. So I'm gonna take it about like a third way in on my lid as well. And then on the lid, I'm gonna put 32. Priming with the NYX glitter primer. I'm gonna put it all over. And I picked up some Bora Bora, Ain't That Boring, and putting it on the lid. That's a really funny name. Never thought of Bora Bora being boring. Ooh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. Oh, that's so shiny. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So pretty. And that's shifting to a purple and then to a teal green. Wait, what? So it's like purple, teal green, and then I swear I saw another shade. There's like a shade. What is this shade in? Like green? Is that green? There's like an in-between shade. Do you see that right there? It's like green in-between shade, purple, and then teal. For the fourth look, I'm going in with Wildflower from the Blends Bunny palette, and I'm putting it down right in the inner portion of my lid as well as crease and then blending it up. This is going to be a super blown out look. I brought that up way too high. I'm going to go in with cream and sugar and just try to like lighten that up on the edge. I did not mean to do that. Oh, my battery's also dying. Great. And then going in with barley right next to that, tapping it on the lid and then taking it in the inner corner, in the crease, and blending it out, making sure I have some space to blend up. Jeez. It's gonna be like a fun little peachy orangey look. And then taking Enigma and putting it right on the very outer edge, packing it on, and then gonna blend out the edges. This got a little out of control. Going with the NYX glitter primer, and I'm putting it all over. I put on way too much, so let me just simmer down. This eye really just is a whole another level. Picked up some watermelon sorbet, and I'm packing it all over the lid. This really does look like watermelon, doesn't it? Especially with that green shift. I'm seeing green shift, but you can't yet, but oh, you still can't. I can see the green shift. There it is. Definitely giving me watermelon vibes. So we're just taking that up. I forget to press record again. I finished off this lower lash line with Submerged, and then on this side I used Enigma about third way in, and then Wildflower for the rest of it. So here's the third finished look. And the fourth finished look. Alright, last look. This is the Juvia's Place eyeshadow primer in the latest shade. I'm using my Deep Potted Glam Light Paint Pro palette. This is just the purple from there. So I'm using this really small Cossette blending brush and putting that into my crease, since we are doing a full cut crease. And patting on a bit more. Next, I'm putting the blue in the center and adding a bit more. And then taking this green teal color, and that's going all the way in the outer edge. And we're gonna blend that out so that it's like mimicking the shape of the cut crease there. And then I'm just gonna go back in with the blue. Just kind of build these all up. I keep forgetting to use these Deep Potted singles, so that's why I thought I would use them. And honestly, I'm not like really impressed. I much prefer my Blends Bunny palette to this formula from what I've tried with this Glam Light palette. Next, I'm taking the Sigma brush, and I have some makeup remover on it, and we're gonna use that to cut the crease. And I'm basically just wiping away all the eyeshadow primer. I meant to only put the eyeshadow primer in my crease, so just checking it. Gonna bring it up a bit higher. Next, I'm gonna take a clean Q-tip and wipe away the makeup remover. Next, I'm gonna put down the NYX glitter primer on the other eye. What I did was I did end up like re-cutting the crease with the Peely's primer and then setting it just to put this all over it, and I don't think it really did much. If anything, it started to kind of slip around the set powder with the base, so I figured I would just not even bother with that step on this eye, but that is something you could do. So now I'm going in with I Am What I Amethyst with a nice sharp flat shader brush and just pretty much patting that all over my lid, creating the wing. So next I'm going to go in with that green. I'm going to basically use this really small pencil brush. This is the 03 from Refer. I'm just going to use that for my lower lash line, and I'm going to bring it out to shape out the wing out here. I'm going to put the blue right in the center. And I'm putting some purple liner in my waterline. This is Mixtape from Melt Cosmetics. So here's the last finished look. So price-wise, at full price, they are more expensive than the Terra Moon's Iridescent Chameleons, for example, which are $17. So when these are on sale for the 10% off, they are about on par with Terra Moon's. But Terra Moon's does 20% off sales. But obviously not all of these shades are dupable within the two brands or even Cleona and stuff. But if you have Red Giant, then you do not need Strawberry Ice, which is this really beautiful, bright, reddish, pinky shifting shade. And that one also, compared to some of these other shades, did not look as shiny on the lid. I don't know if that translated through camera, but I definitely saw it. So that one's not my favorite. But Lucid Lavender is just absolutely mind-blowing. I love, love, love this shade. I already know I would, if I ever pan this, I will definitely repurchase that one. It is just something else. I've never seen a shade like that. It's absolutely beautiful. And I also like that some of these, especially if you layer them out, really any iridescent types of shades, they could just take on a whole different look depending on the type of matte eyeshadow that you layer them on top of. But that one is so sparkly, very, very shifty. Like the shift is really easy to see. And then the next one I felt like was just a little bit less shiny and sparkly compared to the other three, was the one I'm actually wearing right now, which is I Am What I Amethyst. But it is still really beautiful. It's definitely different from Lucid Lavender. I know they look a little bit similar, but they are pretty different. And then Watermelon Sorbet and Bora Bora Ain't That Boring. They're so beautiful, very, very shining. I love it. I love that I have like a peach iridescent type of multi-chrome. That one's also pretty unique to my collection, so I'm really excited I was able to try these out. There's some other shades I have my eye out on that I will be probably purchasing somewhere in the near future. So let me know in the comments below which look was your favorite, which shade is your favorite, and if you plan on picking these up. I would love to hear your thoughts. And that's everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much indie makeup, lots of shiny, shifty, and sparkly eyeshadow content already on my channel, and much more to come. You don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.